Welcome to another edition of Bedtime Stories. Today we have God Builds a New Nation. And our scripture verse comes from Genesis chapter 12, verse 2. I will make you into a great nation. I will bless you. I will make your name great. You will be a blessing to others. The earth recovered from the great flood. Noah's family grew and grew and grew. Once again, people were scattered over the face of the whole earth. God's great and grand and glorious vision was still alive. He had plans to build a new nation, and it would all start with one ordinary man. One day, God spoke to Abram. I have big plans for you, Abram. I will bless you and make your name great. You will be a blessing to others. I will make you the father of a great nation. Leave your country and your people and go to a land I will show you. Pick up everything and start walking. Eventually, I will show you where to stop. Amazingly, Abram trusted God. He gathered the members of his household, packed up all his belongings, and started walking across the desert. He had no idea where he was going. When he arrived in the land of Canaan, God said, "You could stop walking, Abram. This is the land I'm going to give you, and all the people who come after you." So Abram and his wife Sarai pitched their tents and settled in that land. Many years passed. Then one cool, dark night, God called to Abram in his tent. "Abram, come outside. Look up at the sky. Count the stars if you can, even count that high. I promise you will have as many children as there are stars in the heaven." Abram believed God. Even though Abram was old, even though his wife Sarai was old and had never been pregnant, Abram still believed God would make him into a great nation. Many more years passed. Now Abram was 99 years old, and Sarai was 90. Once again, God spoke to Abram. "Abram, today I am making a covenant with you. You will be the father of many nations. Your name will now be Abraham. Give your wife the name Sarah, for she will be the mother of many nations. She soon will have a son." Abram fell on the ground laughing. He said to himself, "A great nation will come from me? But how? Sarah and I are too old to have children." Abraham and Sarah learned that nothing was too hard for God. A year later, Sarah gave birth to a baby boy. Abraham named him Isaac, which means to laugh. When Isaac grew up, he married and had two sons, Esau and Jacob. Esau had 5 sons, and Jacob had 12. Abraham's children would multiply like the stars in the heavens, just like God had promised. God's message: I will be your God forever and ever. You and your relatives, you will be my special people. My blessing will be with you and your children and your children's children through 1,000 generations. Thank you for joining me for another Bedtime Bible Stories, and I pray that you have a good and restful sleep, and you be sure and say your prayers before you go to bed tonight, because just like God was faithful to Abraham, He's faithful to you and I as well. Bye-bye now. Talk to you soon.